Hi everyone, good evening. I'm just sharing the link. It's done. Okay, let me set up the chat. Hi Shri, good evening. So guys, I think finally we should have a breakout tomorrow on the market. It's showing some really good strength and every dip has been bought with strength. Hi Nilesh, hi Kunal, hi Kamal Sashrikal. Hi Mitchell. I believe that we have seen consolidation in the last few days. So it's finally a good time for ES to break out. NASDAQ has already broken higher, but it's still struggling to cross that 14,000 psychological number. It almost came close today in the morning pre-market, but then got a little off because of the chip stocks in the beginning and then Meta and Amazon. But Tesla did really well. Google did fantastic. And let's see if we have a follow-up tomorrow or not. But I think with debt issue completely clear from the Republican side that yes, they will not allow the default. So that gives confidence to the market, and that's what they were looking for. Hi, Srini. So maybe in the next 1 or 2 days, we should have some reasonable push on the higher side. Because number one reason, we are not making newer lows. Second reason, we have a better news than what we had in the past few days. Hi, Devendra. Good evening. So let's start from the scan. So I will go for an inside day. So UNH, I'm actually looking into UNH. So like this was the session we did on, I think, Sunday for Monday. So we are still in the same range. Apple is there, AMD is there, Amazon, Google, I think, did 125. Meta did 254. Microsoft did 322. Netflix sell below 360. It came there. Now did this. It came this. Roblox did. Shopify did that. Snow did not. Tesla did 190 perfectly. UPS did almost came and hit 30. So all in all, like these targets hit. So I'll keep UNH into my pipeline as an inside day. Hi Saurabh. Hi Pala. Spy is inside day. Roblox is inside day. D-Dog is inside day. So in this market, if you see the stocks which are running, they keep on running, no matter what. So SPY. So I'll look at ES inside there. So they keep on running, and the stocks which are not running, no matter what you do, they'll not move. So let's look at 1234 in the last half an hour. Let's say on the 4-hour window. Julia Blink. No, I don't want them on day. Hi Raghu. Hi Hammer. So Tesla is doing this. Zoom had numbers. I don't know how it will react in the morning, but Zoom is crossing 1294. It's not there. So I'm not going to cover Zoom into my list. 1234 positive crossovers. Then I'm going to look at any bullish candle patterns. Hammer, Morningstar, Morning Dodgy Star in my list. Let's see if I get anything. So hi and welcome guys to my YouTube session. I hope you like find the content here useful to you. I'm not getting any results from this scan. Let me just stop this and try another one. Not stopping at all. From a DMI point of view, Microsoft Windows, they're doing really good. Now shops, no. I think I've covered all of them into my list. All right, so I don't need anything new. Everything I have is covered in my list. So let's start with ES. And one more thing, guys. I was trying something from bar chart. Again, I took a trial and I was trying to extract the data from them. Hi, Preet Sachikal. So I just want to share, like before I jump in, I installed the bar chart data here. Again, because I do not get access to the live system in my work hours. So I can access Excel. And if you see, I can click on options and I can look at the change in open interest and click insert. So this gives me all the open interest changes right away into my list. I tried multiple features here. Like even right now, you see the features are getting updated live from that feed. So you can take like when you're trading this, you can take a timestamp from this record at one moment and then keep on putting in a database and see that yes, are there any future open interest addition or there's a decrease. That will really help you in your trades. And this gives you live information. Again, I'm just trying to see whether it is useful or not, but you can do the same thing at your end. I found this to be a free of cost. So I can see what's happening here. And with the volume, I just want to see whether we have this addition in the open interest in the futures or not. You can do multiple things on this, like to top. I'll just show you 1 minute. Again, I'm not recommending this. I'm just trying this to see where I can do a meaningful setup. You just need to find bar chart and they'll allow you to have this plugin into the Excel. So I will spend 1 more minute. So like here, futures, right? You can look at futures, indices, and insert. So I have all the features right in front of me. So you can get all this information live and you can see the current month, the next month, high, low, whatever you want. You can see the last, and you can manipulate whatever field you want. So I was just looking at it. Maybe it will be useful in the longer run once I have more details on how to use it. But this is what I found a pretty interesting thing. All right, let's move back to our subject. ES. Okay. So ES, we see finally we are spending good time above this area of 4195, which is a retracement. Plus, we are holding above the 4208 area, which was a good high previously and acted as a resistance. This time it should act as a good support. So I will simply come here, 42.10. I'll just make it 42.08. And it's like allowing the EMA to catch up. I think till the moment we are holding this 4195, I think every dip should be bought. Yes, Prakash, you can try all those things there. So 4195 is an area where every dip should be bought. And if we lose that, then we should find support at 4175. So 4195 is an area, if I lose, only then I'm looking to short. I'm going to go into my upside targets. And again, the first support is 4175. The second support is 4142. 4142, which is a 12 EMA. As of now, we are above the 12 and 34. And also, if I look at the Heikin Nishi, on the daily, it's green, flat, plus 1234 is above. So all in all, it's positive. So I'm not going to look at fake breakout. I think every dip should be bought, and we should aim for 4260 to 4280. Now, in the past few days, one more second, I will show you a book map. Let's go to the current time, and let's try to see if we have any sellers or find the zone of sellers. You see, we have good sellers right at this range. $42.24, $42.25. And then we have sellers at $42.30. So there's a good demand, not demand, good supply of sellers around 42.25 to 42.30 area. So I think if we can cross 42.30, then we should be really, really good. So I'm going to put 42.25, 30 as my first range, and then 60 to 80. Because once we break it, we should have a good upside. Downside is limited. And again, we are positively biased. So I would buy every dip. It's above 50% DMA on the chart. And again, these are like 42.25 to 40 to 30. These are good resistances. And on the buyer side, I have buyer at 4200. And then 4190. 4175 is like the prime area where I have buyers. 4175 to 4180. That's like a really, really good set of buyers which are available at that range. And this is a bookmark which I've learned from one of my friends, Paul Shinoy. And we have made a video on this, and if you want to use it, you can. So unless and until 4175 breaks, everything is positive. Okay, so I would say every dip should be bought at this time. NQ, I don't have the bookmark for NQ, but NQ is holding that 13,900. Today in the morning, it kind of lost it initially, but somehow it managed to close it. I think today's close, 900, should be a good stop loss. And I think that I have 900. So buy near 930, 940. If you get this 975, we almost hit that just now, 975. And let me increase to 5-day or 5-year. Yes. So 975 to 14120. The targets are good. This is 6 flat base. So NASDAQ is doing really, really good on the flat basis. So really solid. Again, buy on dip regime going on. So 750 week, 800 week came. and then we bounced from there. The DMI is looking solid on 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, week. So everything is good about NASDAQ. Now, if we lose, or if you want to do short on NASDAQ, which I would not recommend practically, but if you are really, really itchy and you want to try below 875. But I'm not going to recommend this. I'm going to increase 70-30 on NQ and 70-30 on triple Q. NQ and triple Q have run really good. So they should, if the market has to like stagnate and ES wants to move forward, I think we'll not see sell-off on NQ, but maybe a stagnation for a day and let the ES catch up. So NQ is right there. Once we lose this area, the first stop loss is 800. And then 680. Again, buy on the dip regime is there. That's about NQ. From candle patterns, it's a continuation going on. I think we should hit 14,400 before we find any stoppage at this time on NQ. Triple Q. So triple Q is at 338. Again, 338 was 2338. 50% and 100% from the past Fibonacci's which are coming. So it's acting as a good resistance at this time, 338.50. And we need to cross 344. Maybe tomorrow. Like I want to see this red line hit exactly the similar what we have in NQ. This red line in the regression line. So if we can break above 338.50, that will be really, really bullish. Right now, it's roughly an inside day on triple Q. Like the body covered the previous body. So I'll call it the bullish engulfing. Engulfing. And my targets are 344, which is about 1%, and then 347. 344, 347. The levels are fine. In case I want to short, I'll short below 336.50. And my stop loss will be 337.25. Area 313 and 329. 29.50. So that's about triple Q. Let's go to Apple. So guys, Apple is struggling with 173 area. Today, it managed to hold on and made a doji. What it has done really good is that this was a breakout. It broke out from this zone, which was 173.50. It did a back test and it managed to hold on to that. So this back test is really, really useful. So whenever you have a back test, that's a really good area to enter. I think we should fill the gap tomorrow, and Apple may be the one which will lead tomorrow. So Apple, you can buy near 174.25, which it closed, maybe 175-ish if it comes near, looking at the futures, 174, let's say 75. These are the two targets. Targets are same. Back tested the breakout area. Now that should act as a support. This is good about Apple. and Apple may lead tomorrow. That's what I'm seeing. AMD after yes, AMD after testing this 104 area. I have mentioned this in the call as well in the afternoon. That 108 area is a good area for AMD, and you see all this while there is no gap from 80 to 108 now, and these are good strength candles on AMD. Nvidia is coming this week. I think AMD has written on its face 111 and 115-16 area. That's what is going to face the challenge. But I think it's getting ready for a big move. It's a bullish engulfing candle. And if we look at AMD Heikin Nishi, there's no Heikin Nishi, but in the last 2 hours, it has 1 hour, it has like 4 15-minute HA flat base. So it's a good flat. It's getting ready for that move. Where should be the stop loss now? So let's look at the stop loss. Stop loss, like we covered this body. So the body's high 160, 1729. That should be our stop loss because we covered this body, the selling pressure. Now that top of the selling pressure should act as our stop loss. So 107.25. So these are good areas for AMD. Amazon had a like rejection from 118 area, and you will see that this 118 area has been a pain point for Amazon in the past. 118, 119. If I extend this area, this blue and purple box, this was an area where it was finding the demand and it was taking the support right here. This time it's finding the resistance. So what I would say is it's getting ready for a move. With all the NASDAQ going all gun blazing, I think if we can break above 115.50 or 115.75, there's a really, really high potential in Amazon for this week. 120, I think, is on cards for Amazon. But I want Amazon to buy above 115.75 or 85. And my stop loss, I would keep the stop loss to 115. The small risk and reward on Amazon, but the targets are really, really good. 120 and 22. Boeing, today I jumped into Boeing that it tested the 12 EMA and then bounced from there. It's like, if you see it nicely, it's making an attempt for a W, but the W is all over the place. So let's increase its time frame, maybe a 2-day candle to have a better clarity. It's setting up of a bull flag. So 3-day of weekly. So weekly, it's in a very tight in consolidation zone. So maybe tomorrow, if we are able to break higher on ES, Caterpillar, John Deere may give you some push. If we look on the Heikin Nishi, it's the inside week and it's a morning star which is setting up on Boeing. I expect this to move, but expectation and reality may change totally. So on the 1-day candle, it's dodgy. Like after so many dodgies, we had 3 days of consolidation and now the back test of dodgy again. So till the moment we are holding this 204 area, which is the 12 EMA, 34 EMA, 204, 25, and buy near 206. We should have this. And it's not an inside day. No, it's not an inside day. So back tested 12 and 34 EMA. Google, I think one is really set up. It finally broke out again, covered the entire body, made a higher high, higher low, and now it's going into a territory where I see 134 most likely. If I increase this to weekly candle, yes, if you see right here, let me just make the candles as normal. So in the normal candles, 129, 130 area is a resistance, and 124.80 is a good support. So I think this is the good support. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time. Once we lost that, we never recovered from it. Same thing here. Once we beat this area, we just went on and we tested. So this area should provide a meaningful support. So we are around that 125. So 124.80 is a good solid support on Google. All right. So keep that in mind. And any dip you get, it's getting ready for a move. Stop loss we know now. Google stop loss is 124.50. Let's make that. Buy near 125-ish. Target is 130, 133. 133, 134. 134.25. And with Google, try to jump into the next weeks. We'll cover John and Deere. Meta. So Meta hit 254-ish, which was our prime target area, almost reached there. Now it should act as a good hammer. It's hammer on the top, but with the strength in Meta, I don't think so it's gonna act like a hammer, because the body is still bigger than the previous candle size body. It looks like a hammer, but I'm going to ignore it and I'm calling it as a bullish engulfing. So Meta is bullish engulfing. And Meta was in blue color, so it almost hit my areas. Now stop loss is 245. Buy near 247. If tomorrow gives you an opportunity, 247.50, just buy this. We should 245. Yep, the levels are same. I'm gonna still put this into a blue color. Microsoft, this is one stock which I'm not able to understand. It broke out and it's like going on and on and on since the earnings, and from the previous earnings of 230 is simply going on and on and on. And now it's on the verge of massive bullish breakout. So in this case, I need to look into the weekly candle just to get better levels. So our stop loss should be 319. 319.75. And we should face some resistance at 328, 338. Buy near 321, 22. It moves every day, so keep an eye on Microsoft. And from a candle point of view or a pattern point of view, it's just a continuation. So nothing. Netflix rallied and now it's coming back. I think it's time for Netflix to bounce, but it has failed 368 multiple times in the past. You see 368, failed, again failed. So unless and until it crosses this area or it comes to 358, I'm not buying this. So I am going to buy in the dip to 360. The stop loss of 358.50. Target is 368.50 and then 380. This is done. If opens above 368.50, go long for 380 and 88. Nvidia has earnings. If somebody has the itch to trade, you can. You should buy this above 312. Stop loss should be. The momentum is really solid on Nvidia. It's one stock which is really, really hard to trade. If we fail, we should come back and have like 61.8 Fibonacci. That's the 290 area, which I mentioned in the poll which I had on Twitter. But 312 above, we should hit. Again, I'm going to take weekly candles into consideration. 311, then we should see 324. And then 324. And then 333. So buy near 3 or buy above 313, I would say. Stop loss 312. Yeah, targets is good. 323, 324, 334. One stock is MU. We'll talk about MU as well. Roblox. So Roblox has come to an area where we should be ready to buy this. You see, it's right here on that area, 40 area. And every time it has come into this area, it has shown the support and it has bounced. So we were away, we made our evening star, and then we came down, but we did not make the newer low. What we did was we back tested this 12 and 34 EMA, which is really good. Now this should act as a really good solid support. So Roblox back tested 12 and 34 EMA. Yes, closed on that EMA. So I will just make it neutral and buy above 39.75. Very small stop loss on Roblox. Target was to fill the gap, which is 41.40. Like the theme which is happening in these market is that one day the big stocks are moving, second day the small caps are moving. Like we have seen move on Teams today, we have seen move on Snow, MDB, we have seen moves on W. So these UPST, so keep an eye on them. Shopify did 63.64. So this was our main thing from last week. It opened, rallied, and then did really good. 6160 is the stop loss now. That was our buying area. 6160. Buy above 62-ish. PayPal was one other thing which I recommended. We were talking, so we should see some good move on PayPal as well. 60 to 35. 65.50. Like I want to cover so many stocks, but there's a limited time. 71.75. And Shopify can do that. I'm just taking out from the blue because it was really good today. So if there's a continuation, we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll wait for it. Snow. I think Snow also have earnings this week. And it came back tested this 50% Fibonacci. And now it's aiming for 193-ish area. So 175 is the stop loss. There's no candle pattern right now on this. You want to call this a W? Yes, you could. But it has moved a lot. If the earnings failed, it will fail really badly. So just be mindful of that. 175, buy near 178. So I'm just keeping a very small trade on Tesla, on Snow. Tesla, I only had one side trade and it hit all the targets almost. So let's go to Tesla. And Tesla is coming into a zone where it has struggled. So now Tesla should be bought above 190.25. This is where Tesla has struggled, and stop loss should be 187. You can either buy the dip on Tesla at 187 or buy above 190. Should hit 200, and there's a area of 194.75. 194.75 and 200. Above 200, 208 and 213. These are good resistance zones for Tesla. UPST. So UPST was a breakout, and we talked about the 30 area, because 30 area was the breakout zone and the gap. So we still have that gap which needs to be filled. Now in the last 2 days, we have provided good support here. So I think 25 should act as a good support, 25, 26. It's a really big mover. So you need to keep an eye. Buy in the zone, I would say 27 to 28. Target is 30. Almost hit that. And the gap is 30.7 and then 33. 33. UPST has solid momentum, so keep an eye on that. So I was talking about UNH. So UNH is an inside day, and it's making, like, from top here, it's making a dodgies. So I think it's getting ready for an up move. Again, NASDAQ has rallied a lot, so there's an opportunity for other stocks to rally as well. So I would keep 480 on UNH. So I'm going to add one row here. Just copy this. UNH. It's an inside day. Stop loss is 478 or 479. Buy near 480.81. Target is 485 493. That's UNH. I also talked about PayPal. PayPal, Square, everything, like they were basing and now breaking out, should test 64. And they have a good gap in the earnings as well. So there's a potential on PayPal right here. So PayPal is really, really good. Somebody asked about John Deere. The John Deere, after the earnings, it failed badly, and now it's making a dodgy. Whenever we have a dodgy from the top to the bottom, that's a change of direction. If we had a dodgy, change of direction, dodgy, change of direction, dodgy, change of direction, dodgy, change of direction. So you have so many instances. Similarly in the top, hammer, which is dodgy. Right here, dodgy, dodgy, up move, dodgy, up move. So I think tomorrow, maybe, as I said, Boeing, Caterpillar, UNH, John Deere, it may be their days. So keep an eye on them. I want to include John Deere. It may move towards 360 and 370 and 78. Do a back test. All right, that's about John Deere. So guys, any questions you have? Insider selling, I don't know about insider selling, because insider selling, Microsoft has seen a lot of insider selling. Has it gone down? No. So I'll not think too much on insider selling. But what I'm looking at is there's a dodgy. So change of trend should happen. Anybody has any questions? Why so much positive momentum? Because I don't see anything negative as of now. We are making higher highs, and we were positive from Sunday. Zoom had earnings, so earnings trade should, like, it depends on market momentum. Technically, you cannot do anything after the earnings or on the earnings. So we need to see how Zoom reacts tomorrow. From a stock point of view, everything was bullish going into Zoom. It almost came to 78, but then rejected. Let's see if we have anything for tomorrow. Okay, Saurabh, let me share the link. Okay, Zoom, let me just check on the flow of Zoom. Just trying to check in the evening Zoom. There was some selling on 71, 72 puts. So that will be interesting if we can have I think premium eating is much more here. The calls are for 616. So Zoom does nothing Nothing on the downside on Zoom. Yes, Saurabh.
Hello.
Yep.
Hello, Paji. Paji, like in this setup, right, which we do for the candles,
Uh-huh.
I see a little difference. That's why, like my Fibonacci retracement and all that, that doesn't hold well in the candles. Can I share my screen?
Sure.
I guess it's disabled, Paji.
No, it's not. Try now. I was sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Just stopped.
Okay, yeah. So let me know once you see this.
Yes, I can see.
If you see the candle pattern, right
Uh-huh.
here, it's all filled candles, and if I place this,
These are
so
high
it
candle
doesn't,
candles.
so even if I change it, right?
No, don't do candle trend. Only candle.
Okay. And if I see here, right, so when you draw your new levels, right, the day before yesterday, I also did the same. Okay. But uh, if you see here, right, this candles and this candles this year
Mm-hmm.
on 3rd of no 6th of March. So this candle is above this level for you, and for me, it's little cut. I don't know why.
That's like maybe because I did not did it to the point and you did it to the point. Maybe that's the reason.
Okay, but I did exactly to the point.
No, I'm saying maybe I did not do it to
Oh,
the point.
okay. Okay. So with this, whatever I drew, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you find any anomaly in that, or is it good, Ajay?
Yeah, logically you placed it right.
Hmm.
4192 you are getting, that's what my level was, 4193.
Because what I saw in your chart, right? So this, if you see the week right here,
Uh-huh.
this week is exactly into this resistance line. But for me, it's little up. The week is little up.
Yeah, I need to check. Maybe
Okay.
small points here and there.
Yeah. And I'm trying to figure this out. Even the last withdrew this retracement. Even there, it was a issue for me, but I cannot figure out why. I thought I will ask you.
That may be possibly because I actually did not to. Let me just check on my end.
Mhm.
1 second. On ES. So let me just right click on my Fibonacci. I have 3500 2.25, the beginning point,
Yes.
3840.75, 4208.5.
If I added the properties of this,
Let me just send you a screenshot.
my start is 3496.78. Maybe that's why.
1 second. Let me just send you a screenshot.
Yeah.
Come on. Are you in the Telegram group?
Yeah.
I'm just posting it there. Open that.
Okay. The begin point is 350.25. Let me check mine.
You're checking regression. I'm Fibonacci. Look at Fibonacci.
Coming now.
No, niche. Right.
This is oh yeah, this is the one.
And you are doing retracement and I'm doing extensions.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's going up, so I have to change it to extension.
Yes.
Okay, maybe yeah, that's I got the result.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, Paji. So yeah, that's the question I had.
No problems.
Thank you.
Okay, so Zoom had a potential to go to 75, 76, but let's see. Nike ER. See, Nike works exactly with Foot Locker, 100%. So if Foot Locker is not able to get money, Nike will not. So in this case, Obrino, I'll answer your question in just a moment. Nike is down big. Nike has gaps at 99. Nike had a gap right here. Maybe it is aiming for that gap. The gap is at 107, 107.60. That can be a gap which could be filled. Last is ABNB. ABNB is trying to test the 12 EMA, which is 111. I would recommend go long only by 112, 113. I mentioned about CVNA because of UPST. Nothing else on CVNA otherwise. Disney, I don't think so. There's too much in Disney. If you are a stock trader, that you can trade Disney, but I don't see too much on Disney. And if you want to join my Telegram, the links are available on Twitter. You just need to just check. You will find the links on Twitter. Obrino, your question. Default talks will change the market soon. Default talks were supposed to change the market, but everything is agreed now. So let's see how the market reacts. Market needs a positive momentum to get out of this range between 42.20, 42.10, and 41.60. So I think market talks are going to be in the positive side as of now. If they change tomorrow and Republicans do not agree, that's a different story. But as of now, they have agreed. So they will. But we have much more important thing which is coming in the week. It's the economic data. So if we go to the tools, economic calendar. Thank you, Mr. Mahadevan. So this is economic data, which is coming. Okay, Tuesday, PMI services, 9:30. That is going to be interesting. It is an important data. Then Thursday, we have GDP, jobless claims, core PCE, price index. So this is going to be the game changer. I think PCE may see a spike. GDP, I don't know. PC may see a spike because the rents have actually gone up. So the core may be interesting. So Friday is going to be really, really good in terms of data. GME. GME moved up because all the short covering was happening in the small stocks. So GMD did. Now 24 is a good stop loss. If it rules 24, it will come down. All right. I'm thinking Costco should do really well. It's holding that 491-ish area. If these earnings are on Thursday or Friday, maybe we will have a bigger breakout or breakdown. I am reading late, Mr. Madhavan. So Baba, I'll skip for tonight. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.